Okay, so now the acrylic paint is dry. I'm going to go ahead and start coloring with the colored pencils. The first color I'm going to use is peach beige. And I'm just going to start coloring over the face. And I'm not going to color over the pencil lines, and I'm going to color in between. And I'm not pushing super hard or anything, I'm just putting a light layer over the paint. We can add more color and layers as we go. I'm just right now putting the base on there. Okay, so I think I'm gonna take my sienna brown. I'm going to go around the edges of the hair. And again, I'm not pushing hard, I'm just letting it glide across the paper. And on this side. Under her bottom lip, under her nose, some on her nose, and maybe up and around to her eyebrow. I'll color that in a bit. And I know it looks horrible right now, but once we start blending, it'll look good. Some under her neck, and maybe around here. Some around the heart. I'm going to do some under the eye. And I kind of curve it back and forth when I do under the eye, over the eye, curve it, curve it. Okay, so I'm going to again take my peach beige, and I'm going to go back over it and blend it in, and I'm pushing a little bit harder this time and blending it in. Curving with the eye. Okay, so I'm going to keep blending that out. And going with the curve. And with the curve. Actually, I think I added a little bit too much black gesso because her face is a little bit dark, but that's okay, it's not too bad. Okay, we'll do the neck. We're just blending it out. I'm pushing a little bit hard, and then I lighten up as I get out to the rest of the color, or the same color as this. Okay, blending around. It's probably better not to use your hands to do this because the little pieces get stuck. It's probably better to use like a brush like this and to get the excess colored pencil bits off. Alright, so I'm going to go in a little bit darker with this. Fill in some of this. And this looks a little bit yellow. I'm going to add another color in here so it doesn't look so yellow. Okay, so I'm going to take my seashell pink and add some color over that. I'll fill in the bottom lip there. And just keep adding color over it. And I actually really like the texture. If you're not liking the texture, seeing the gray behind it, you can push harder and get a more solid color on there. But I don't mind the gray showing through. Oh, and she's got an ear. Alright, so I'm going to take my nectar, just kind of a pink cheek color, and I'm going to start a little bit, pushing a little bit hard, and then I get softer, and then lift it up, and again, starting hard, lifting up, a little softer until we get to the end. I'm going to go ahead and do her lips there. Then I'm going to take my Tuscan red and add some light. I'm not going to push hard here. I'm just going to glide it over this lightly and glide it over this lightly. See, I don't even have to push hard, and it leaves quite a bit. And we'll do the top lip, pushing a little bit hard. And I'll do a little bit of the bottom lip. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get the nectar again and just kind of blend that in. And blend it in. Blend it a bit. Then I'm going to take my seashell pink and go around the edges of that and kind of blend it into the face. And maybe a little bit on there. Alright. So, next I think I'll take this French Gray 90% and go around her nose a little bit. And I am not pushing hard at all. Add a little nostril there. Okay, I'm lightly adding some shadow in here. Just lightly adding it. And the shadow of the bottom of her nose. I'll give her a nostril here. A little bit of shading. I'm going to go around her eye here. And a little under her eyes. A little under her lip. And under her chin. A little bit under her neck. Around the heart. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit above this eye also and bring it around to the nose and shade that some. A little bit under the chin. Some more on this side. Not a lot. You can always build up more if you need. Okay, so I'm going to go back over that again with the seashell pink and blend it in a bit, and I'm not pushing too hard, just enough to blend it. Under there. And we'll do under the neck. And we can fix the heart later. If you get some in there, it's not that big a deal. Alright. Just make sure that's all blended in. I think it's pretty good. Alright, so looking pretty good. I think I'm going to do put some color in the eyes. I like having a little color in there to see what I'm doing. I'll put the white in. This is just white. Looks like one eye's bigger than the other. It's hard to tell on there. Okay. And I think I will give her, let's see, this is jade green. Add some jade green in there. Okay, I'm going to take my black and give her a pupil. Actually, I'll go around this first. I'll give her a little bit of a pupil. I kind of curve it around. And I do go over a lot of this with a micron pen at the end to darken up some of the black lines. Okay, I'm going to go around her eye a little bit on that side. And I think I'll add a little bit of this. Oh, I think it's aqua. Light aqua is what it is. And add a little bit on this side. And then some white to give her the highlight in her eye. And I'll probably go back over that with a Posca pen later. Yeah, I'll have to do that. Fix that a little bit. I think I'll go around her eye with the black just lightly. Okay, and then we'll add a little black in her nose for the nostril here, on that side, and lightly add some of the shadow underneath her nose. Okay, and a little bit above her eyelid. Give her some eyebrows. Maybe some on her lips. Under her chin. And we'll go around the heart. Okay. I think I'll go around her face a little bit right there. Okay, I think now we'll work on the hair. So I have it mostly black. Next, let's see. I think we'll take our Tuscan red. I'm going to make some lines with the flow of the hair. Okay, and we'll go back in with a couple of colors, including black, and do this also. We'll make some lines with the hair. Again, on this side, just going with the flow of the hair, make some lines. I'll zoom out a little bit. And we're going to come down and around, and we'll keep the color to the top and the dark color to the back, or the inside of her hair. And I think I'll take a little bit of this. This is the sienna brown, and add a little bit more color. Just flip some color in there for highlights. Come around, do some highlights in there. Alright, so I'm going to take black and put some lines in there. Go around. And then we'll come around this side. And come around. Flip some lines up that way. Maybe come around her dress here and give it a little bit of shadow. We'll get some lines going with the flow of the hair. I'll fill that in a little bit there, and then let it fade out into the hair. And we'll fill some in over here. Put some lines in the top. Oops. Okay, and we can always go back in and add some more color on top of that. And then I'll get the sienna brown, add some more highlights. Add a little bit in there in the back. And some on this side. Okay. Alright, so next I think I'm going to take some gray. Oh, you know, yeah, I'll do the gray now. This is the 70% French gray. I'm going to go in around her face and shade it. And I'm pushing a little hard towards the hairline, and then I'm picking my pencil up and going lighter as I come into the face. This gives her shadow instead of harsh lines. And I'll do on over here. And I think around her eyebrows. We'll give her some more shading around her eyes. You just gotta play with it until you get, you know, what you like. And come around her neck. It sits there. Okay, we'll take our brush and wipe that. And then I'm going to take my jade green and I'm going to add some of that in the face. I always like to add a little bluish greens into the face. Just give it more color. Some under the eye there. Let's thin up her nose a little bit. Get some under the eye there. Maybe some up here in her forehead. If you put too much, then her face starts looking blue, but I do like to have some. We'll give some in the neck and shoulder there. See, I keep using my hands. You should use a brush or it can smear. Alright, maybe down here. One more color I like to add is yellow. This is sand or sable. Just a little bit of yellow makes the face look warmer, or warms up the color anyway. I just add a little bit here and a little bit there. Just gives it a little bit. I think I'll add a little bit to her hair too. It may not show up very well, but a little bit on that side. It just gives it a little bit. Okay. So next, I am going to add some weight to her face. I'm going to put a little dot at the bottom of her nose and kind of bring it up. Then push a little lighter. Add some into her forehead. I'm just pushing lightly on her forehead and lightly down her nose and a little bit hard at the tip of her nose so it looks like it's, you know, sticking out. Maybe a little bit on the sides there, a little bit in there, some on her lip, on her chin, maybe above her eyes. Let's see, maybe some in here. And I like to do it underneath her neck. It makes her neck look more dimensional and not so flat. Like a little stick sticking up. Okay, so that's pretty good. I'll adjust her eyes a little bit. Alright, I'm going to sweep that off there. Okay, I'm trying not to say Next, I think I'm going to add a little bit of black. Just a little bit. Okay, and then let's see, under the heart I think we'll add a little bit of black for some shading. Shade down underneath that a little bit. And you can take your finger, you can see it's, if your fingers are a little bit sweaty and not super dry, you can sort of shade it out with your fingers. Okay, so we'll clean that off. I'm going to work on the heart now. I think I will do the edges of the heart with the Tuscan red. You can see that, let's see. And I am pushing hard on this. We're going to go lighter into the middle. Or we're going to use lighter colors in the middle anyway. Okay, go all the way around. It'll probably be a little darker towards the bottom. Alright, so next color. Let's see this one. I'll try this one, Crimson Lake. Let's see what that looks like. Okay, that's a little bit lighter and brighter. We'll blend into that darker color and come in. And keep going around. Okay, and then I'm going to put a light layer over the middle. Okay, so especially for red, you're probably going to want to use your brush to brush that away because it can smear, especially when your hands are oily, and so we'll want to be careful of that. Okay, so this last color is crimson, or carmine red, sorry. This was Crimson Lake, this is carmine red. So we're going to the middle with that, and we're going to push a little bit hard in the middle and blend into the darker edges. Okay, that's pretty cute. Okay, go around that with a little black and make the edges a little sharper. All right. So I think we are pretty much done with the colored pencils. We'll take a little bit of this light aqua and add a little bit more blue. You don't have to. I like this color. It's pretty opaque on top of everything. Well, maybe I'll see if this shows up in there. Not really. Okay. You know, I think I'll take my Crimson Lake and add a little bit to her leaves, or her lips. All right. Okay, we are done with color pencil. Or are we? Hold on. I think I'm going to take this, again, the light aqua, and put some over the dress a little bit. You can see this. I don't know if you can see it on there. You can see this swirl pattern from the gesso. Just kind of add a little bit. Just lightly rubbing this over. There's another swirl pattern here, which you can't see, I don't think, on the camera. And I'm just adding a little bit. You don't have to do this, but I'm just going to rub it in a little bit. Okay. I might add a little bit more to the dress here to give it some highlight. And maybe around the heart. I kind of like that. All right. Okay, now I'm definitely done.